Hi, my name is Wyatt Ferguson. This is my week 5 discussion on sources and what I'm researching in my research inquiry in my Caring for Words Writing 111 class. Over the next 3 weeks, I've decided I'm going to conduct my research on social media and how it influences young adults. I decided to explore that because it has a big impact in my life, and it's got a big impact in a lot of people's lives around my age because I am a young adult. And there have been a lot of reports and things that you'll see just through social media saying it isn't good for you and other things. So I wanted to take a deeper dive and see if that's actually true or not. I relocated due to my dog snoring again, and I didn't want that background noise. The issue related to the topic that I'm deciding to investigate, it's really how you can be how people can be influenced, young adults specifically can be changed or influenced by social media, and if it can bring your mood swings up, and also how it changes the development in your brain, especially when your brain is so raw and open to things at this point in a young adult's life. I was going to do something where I was going to be oh, is social media just good or bad? But that's really cookie cutter, very opinionated, and there's going to be a lot of yes and no. And this assignment didn't call for that. And also that doesn't seem very fun to research at all. The topic's very prevalent in my life. So I also wanted to investigate this because firstly, I'm a young adult. Social media influences me. Social media influences everybody around me and everyone that I hang out with because I hang out with other young adults typically. My question in exact words is, how does social media influence identity formation in young adults? Just sounds professional and makes it simpler for the audience to understand what I'm getting after. I can tell the question's open-ended and is non-binary because it's not a yes or no question. First, that's just the start. It's really, you can't say yes, this is how it is, or no, this is how it is. But then there's also not one set way of how it influences everybody because everybody's different, so everyone's going to have a different reaction to it. Along with that, the sources of what I've done so far, all the research I've dug into, none of them have a very clear answer, and I've dug into 5 or so sources at this point. But one of the big things that a lot of the sources said is the social media platforms often refuse to share their data with the researchers and the research projects, which leads to them not having the amount of data they need to actually get a set answer. My biggest takeaway from the source evaluation games, like the Bigfoot activity and the Cranky Uncle game, was that you just really need to make sure that you check that the sources are knowledgeable, and you can do that by running it through other sources while reading, because if you read both sources and they align, then obviously it's going to be more things. You have to look at who the authors are and how professional their pedigree is and all that stuff. So basically, I learned that I need to cast a wide net of how I'm researching and where I'm getting my research and data from, so that I'm not giving misguided information. I'm not getting misguided information. I have to make sure that my sources are true and my sources are credible and relevant to what I'm discussing. Thank you.